Okay, so I was just about to sit down to film an AliExpress haul, which I actually have gone ahead and filmed, but I had two products which I really was not sure whether to include in that haul or not, and I'm still not kind of sure. And I didn't really want to mention this within the AliExpress haul video because I knew that it would be a conversation where I would end up wanting to spend a bit of time talking about. Did that make any sense? No. What I'm trying to say is I knew that it was going to distract from the actual haul, which, I wanted to keep fun and light, and I didn't really just want it to get kind of bogged down with heavy stuff. So I thought I would actually film a separate video. Okay, so I basically have a big box where I store all of the makeup I get from AliExpress, and I'll keep it in that box until it comes time to film a haul, and then I'll just pick out products from different categories so that I can have like a haul that is quite a, I can't think of the word, but a haul that features like lots of different types of products. Anyway, as I was rooting around in my box of AliExpress goodies, I came across these two products. Now, they're both by the Beauty Glaze brand, and if you've watched my channel for, I'd say like the last year, you would know that or maybe you don't know, but I did a series of videos talking about asbestos in makeup, and the catalyst for me making those videos was that some asbestos had been found in one of the Beauty Glazed eyeshadow palettes. Now, before that kind of scandal, I was a big fan of Beauty Glazed. I was very familiar with the brand. I had loads of their products. Some of my favourite eyeshadow palettes from AliExpress were actually by Beauty Glazed. So, you could only imagine how disappointed I was when we found out about the asbestos scandal. I was disappointed in general just because I was like, oh my gosh, like it's just shocking and worrying and just very disappointing. But I was obviously kind of disappointed that I thought at that point I won't get to enjoy any more Beauty Glaze products again. And I actually took the decision to throw away any Beauty Glaze products I had because I just did not feel confident using them again. And, that whole kind of fun and spark and enjoyment that I had for those items just kind of disappeared. I did receive a lot of questions from you guys asking me, what's my stance on Beauty Glaze? Like, do I think that I'm going to be buying other products from Beauty Glaze, or will I be boycotting the brand? And at the time, kind of my response was, and it kind of still is, honestly, that I think that you should do whatever you feel comfortable with. But personally, for me, I just did not feel comfortable at all using any Beauty Glaze products. And honestly, it wasn't because, and still isn't, because I am concerned that there's going to be asbestos in their palettes. Like, I don't actually believe that there would be asbestos in their palettes. And I think after the whole scandal and after it was all exposed, I think if anything, Beauty Glaze are probably going to do the most to make sure that they don't have any asbestos in their palettes. So I think their palettes are probably safe, but it was just more that the whole kind of scandal left a really bad taste in my mouth, because I think a lot of times in life it's not about the problem. Like, I feel like we're all human, we all make errors, we all can be problematic at times, and we can make bad decisions. I think the true judge of a character or of a brand in this case is how do they go about rectifying those errors. And I think what I would have liked to have seen from Beauty Glazed at that time was more communication about the issue. I would have liked to have seen them being a lot more open and a lot more honest and transparent about the fact that asbestos had been found in one of their palettes. I don't think they did enough to let people know, and I definitely was quite shocked that they actually didn't discontinue that palette, at least not straight away. So it wasn't the fact that asbestos was found in their palette that has left me with a bad taste in my mouth. It's the way that they handled it, or more to the point, didn't handle it. They kind of just behaved like an ostrich. They put their head in the sand, and I think they were just hoping that no one would really notice and it would all just kind of go away. And honestly, that's why I made a handful of videos on the topic, because I mean, I'm not passionate about asbestos. That's definitely taking it to a whole level that it's definitely not. I deal with asbestos related matters in my full-time job outside of YouTube because I work in a compliance team of a housing trust. So asbestos is one of the big 5 kind of danger areas, along with fire, Legionella. What are the others? Oh, gas safety. So gas safety, fire, Legionella. There's one more. Electrical safety. Okay, there we go. Okay, yes. Still can stay doing what I do every day and that pays my bills. That's great. But I have to find these 2 products, and I can only imagine that I must have bought these before the whole scandal. So basically we have the Matte Me Foundation, which is by Beauty Glaze, and it actually probably one of my most favourite foundations from AliExpress. The second product is one of... Oh shit, that just fell down, but you know what? It's fine. So the second product is one of their newer releases that I must have bought just again before the whole scandal, and then it arrived and it went straight into my box, and then I just kind of forgot about it. So it escapes being bin bagged like all of my other Beauty Glaze products. But this is the Melon 9-pan eyeshadow palette. I've not even opened this up. It's still in the packaging. I think for fear of, you know, I didn't want to be contaminated with asbestos. But the reason why I'm kind of making this video today is I just want to know what your current thoughts are. Would you like to see me try out any Beauty Glaze new products, or would you not like to see that? Because I feel like enough time has passed now for me to have... I've kind of lost the bad taste. I still don't love the brand, honestly, and I still feel like, you know, they should have handled the whole scandal so much better. Like, I will never forget how badly they handled everything. It is a shame because there were a couple of their old palettes. There was like a beautiful pastel palette, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was quite a big palette, and I loved that palette so much, and I used it so much. So I'm really sad that one's gone. And there was another palette which it was like it had planets on it, and it had the most beautiful duochrome glitters. That was a palette I used so much. Like, in fact, they were 2 of my very favourite affordable eyeshadow palettes. So it's sad that I don't have them anymore. But it would be even sadder to get asbestos contaminated, you know. I don't know. I'm just really, really keen to hear your thoughts. And I'm also interested to find out, you know, did you end up throwing away your Beauty Glaze palettes, or did you keep them? Do you still use them? I am kind of also tempted to repurchase the pastel palette and the planet palette because I love them so much, and I'm hoping that if they're a new batch, they're definitely going to be free of asbestos. I don't know. Like, in no way do I think that any of their products still contain asbestos. I just don't think they would be that stupid to risk contaminating their products twice. But I don't know, guys. I'm just kind of putting this video out there because I'm really interested to have a bit of a dialogue again about this. I'm really keen to know what your thoughts are. Would you like to see me reintroduce Beauty Glazed products into my channel again, or is that something that you just don't care to see? Do you know what, guys? Let me know in the comments downstairs. I would be really, really keen to know your thoughts. Give it to me honestly. Give it to me explicitly, and give it to me hard. I'm ready. And that's what I say in the bedroom. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please let me know your thoughts down below, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.